Hello, Susannah here from Good Property Company. Okay, fear and getting things done anyway. Without sounding like that book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. In Spain, I think you can see, here's our plane, there you go. We're just about to fly home. And I always get scared. I always get scared flying. Like, I love traveling, so the pain of the fear of the flying is worth it to me. But I have to hold somebody's hand. I have to text my children and tell them that I love them very much, that I'm a little bit scared, and that Mum loves them both very much, and I'm very proud of them. And I do that every single time I fly. But I'll still do it because the I suppose reward of getting the travel is worth the pain and the nervousness, which I am right now, of flying. I'm like not super nervous to the point I won't go, but I definitely don't look out the window when we take off, and I definitely don't look out the window when we arrive. I'm definitely very interested in my book, and that's a little bit like property. So I know that we're actually in a really safe environment. I know that like the accident level is, you get hit more when you cross the road than you could do flying on one of these planes. But it doesn't stop me being scared. Therefore, translate this back to property. I am going to get on that plane in 20 minutes and I'm going to fly home after an amazing tour all around Spain. I mean, we went to 10 different cities and places, and we did trains, planes, automobiles, buses. We flew, in between. And the reward was worth it. And the same is for property. So you will be scared. I call it Investor Wobble, IW. It's just a shorthand because we did over 200 deals. So we worked with a lot of investors, and I was always the biggest buyer of those deals anyway. See all these people getting on the plane? They still know it's worth it, Susannah Cole. So I also had Investor Wobble just before I bought any single deal, like thinking, oh my golly, is this worth it? Like, I bought a £500,000 house with no roof that was worth just about £1 million, and I'm thinking, what you doing, Cole? And my first HMO, totally terrified. My first little flat, totally terrified. Did it all though. The first time I borrowed money, oh my goodness, when somebody wrote me a check, I couldn't swallow. I was so scared, like so terrified. First time I stood up to pitch in a meeting, to say, hello, my name is Susannah Cole and I make money with my funds and other people's funds. Typical example is, bought for 85,000, renovated 7,800, worth 130,000. Absolutely terrified for about 15 minutes before and definitely about half an hour afterwards. But it was true, it did happen, so I'm going to tell the truth. So all the stuff that has been instrumental in me being successful in property carries fear. Just like getting on this plane. So do it anyway. Know that the reward, the other side, is going to be much more beneficial to you than the moment of going, why don't I just drive home instead of on the plane? And then find some way to distract yourself. Having brought up 2 children, I do think distraction therapy is a fantastic thing. When they were toddlers, it'd be distraction therapy with a saucepan in the kitchen. They were messing around with something they shouldn't be messing around with. You give them a saucepan, give them a wooden spoon, and they start banging on that instead. Now I'm going to use my Kindle to distract myself. And if you're getting nervous about doing some stuff in property, I don't mean distract yourself and not do it. I mean use something to focus your eye on elsewhere, to go, okay, if I'm nervous about doing this pitch, what am I going to think about? I'm going to think about what my next step is after I've done the pitch. So distract yourself from the nervous thing and move forward to the next stage in your head already. So mentally, you're already moved forward, aren't you? You already know exactly what you're going to do. So I hope you can hear me against the airport Tanai. Wish me luck. There's our plane. And I'll see you guys back in the UK. Bye.